how my son go from being a 21-year-old good kid with no background, no criminal history at all. My son was not in gangs. My son didn't sell drugs. My son wasn't robbing. He wasn't killing. He graduated high school. He went to HBCU for his freshman year in college. And he went from not having not a traffic ticket on his record to being accused of felony murder and sentenced to 80 years in prison. They didn't even make that a priority to say we located the bullets in the basement, and they were this kind of round, this caliber, none of that. So when they made it to the fraternity house, my son said that they went in. He said it was really, really packed and really, really jammed. He said it felt uncomfortable. It didn't feel like the first time because it was more guys than it was girls, and that was unusual. Travis made it in. He went in. It was packed. He said all of a sudden fight broke out. People started fighting. The kids started running. After they started fighting, shots break out. Unfortunately, my baby wasn't one of the kids that made it out safely. When he tried to come out after he said he thought it was safe right along with the rest of the kids, some of the guys who got into it with his associates at the bar saw him with them. So they approached him in a matter of he wasn't getting out of there. That's what they were saying. Travis forced his way out. In the process of forcing his way out, he encountered two guys. He pushed his way through. He pushed one of them. They pushed him down the steps. Turned around. He threw his hands up like what you pushed me for. The other guy raised his shirt up. It was a gun show. The guy started firing on him. In Missouri, my son was licensed and registered to carry his firearm. My son did have his firearm on him when he was there. And he pulled his firearm and returned fire in self-defense. He's not the only one out there firing gunshots. No, he's getting fired up on. He's shooting. Other kids are shooting. Several different gunshots.
Okay, so we have we have various shooters.
Various shooters shooting in all kind of different ways. Okay, my son left. He makes it to the car safe. He jumps in the car. He takes off. He makes sure my little cousin was in their car. They take off. One of the guys who is my son's associate, who go to the college with him, actually jumped in the car with my girl cousin and her friends. Okay, on the way to the college. He's telling them, if y'all get questioned by the police, make sure y'all tell them the truth. Tell them that we was fired up on. They start shooting at us first. We was shooting back in self-defense. This is what he's telling my little cousin them why they are taking them to, getting them away from that. My baby made it home. My baby told me that, the associates that I was with got into it. He told me just what I explained to you. The exact thing. At the time, my son did not know nobody got killed. He didn't know nobody got hit until he got a text message while he was at home talking to his mother. And that's when he got the text message. And he like, what? And
what did the text say?
The text was telling him that somebody got shot and an innocent man got killed in his house due to what happened at the fraternity party last night, So my son, he kind of flipped out. One of the boys who was there, who knew my son, sent out a text message, and the text message was, I guess, asking who was shooting, the people, kids or something. I didn't see the text message.
Okay.
He didn't show that to me, but him and the other little boy John was mentioned.
Okay, I have a question. So whoever said that, Did they mention anything about the shooter that was in the house?
No.
They didn't mention.
They didn't mention anything. No, ma'am. They didn't mention anything about the gunshots that went off in the house.
So nothing about the original
shooting
gunshot.
that started.
Exactly. So nothing about that.
No, ma'am. No.
So we still don't know who did that shooting.
No,
or
ma'am.
do we know?
No.
We don't know.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
They didn't even find the bullets. They didn't even make that a priority to say we located the bullets in the basement, and they were this kind of round, this caliber. None of that.
Okay, the guy who got shot at the house, right? He didn't die, right?
The little boy?
The original shooting at the fraternity?
No.
Okay, the bullet that came out of him.
They didn't locate it there. They don't know what bullet shot him.
Wait a minute, what do you mean they don't know what bullet shot? He didn't have a bullet inside him when he went to the hospital?
No, ma'am, it went through and out.
Explain to people how Mr. I can't think of his name, I'll just call him Tim, since they called him Tim. His relationship with the fraternity house.
Mr. Tim was the neighbor to the fraternity house. Mr. Tim had made several complaints about the fraternity house. He also called police several times about the fraternity house. To Mr. Tim, the fraternity house was a nuisance. It is down in Illinois records that it is a nuisance.
So he was trying to get it kicked off campus. He was trying to get it
closed down. He was trying to get the fraternity house shut down because it was a nuisance to the neighborhood. And as a matter of fact, the weekend before this incident, they had another party at the fraternity house, and Mr. Tim Bailey was actually recording fights and things that was going on in the middle of the street from the fraternity house the weekend prior.
Now let's talk about the innocent bystander. Explain what happened. There were 3 young ladies running from the party. They were fleeing the party to get to safety. What happened?
They went and knocked on Mr. Bailey's door. Mr. Bailey opened the door and let these 3 young ladies in. And from the 3 young ladies' testimony, they said that Mr. Bailey told everybody to get down on the floor because shots were being fired.
Okay, let's pause for 1 second. Did these girls know him? Did they have a good relationship with him?
Well, to what they said on the stand is that they didn't know him, but they were first naming him not Timothy, which is his name. They were calling him Tim. Oh, who you talking about, Tim? Made me feel like they knew him.
They knew him. Okay. Now, when they went into his house, you stated that they said he told everybody to get down.
Lay down on the floor.
Okay, so that was his instruction when they first came into the house?
When they first came into the house.
But yet somehow all of them ended up upstairs.
Correct. In his bedroom.
In his bedroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Where he was found?
Deceased.
Well, hanging on to life.
And
later dying.
Yes, ma'am.
In his bedroom. So, I just want to make sure I'm understanding this. What they said. They're saying they knocked on his door. He didn't really know them very well.
No, ma'am.
And he let them come in. And he said, let's all lay down on the ground, on the floor.
Because it's shooting.
Okay, but they didn't lay down on the ground. I mean, on the floor in the living room.
No, apparently they went up the stairs.
Okay, so your son's attorney was Rosenblum?
Scott Rosenblum.
Okay, he's a big heavy hitter, power player.
Yes, he was.
What happened?
He was supposed to be the best, and that's what I wanted for my child because I'm fighting for my son's life. And me and my family, we went and we talked to Rosenblum, and we, started paying him. We started off with $7,000. He took the case.
Okay.
Altogether, we paid Rosenblum $37,000. He didn't even show up.
What?
He didn't show up for trial. He never showed up for a hearing. He never showed up for anything. He sent his representation lawyer, which was TJ Hunsaker. And because we didn't pay Rosenblum $40,000, he didn't show up for my son's trial. TJ just got information. That's it. Rosenblum never showed his face on my son's behalf.
So did he tell you guys that he wasn't going to show up?
No.
So you guys were expecting him to show up?
Yes.
So the attorney that did show up, did you know him?
Yes. He was the attorney that did the footwork from the beginning. He was actually the attorney that met us at Jackson County Jail the day we went and turned my son in.
Okay. But he wasn't supposed to be the main attorney?
No, he wasn't supposed to be. We wasn't paying for him to show up at every hearing, every court date. We thought we were getting Rosenblum, and Rosenblum didn't show up at anything.
Okay, did he express why? Did he give you any warning?
No.
So the first you found out is him not showing up.
Exactly. TJ was the one that was really doing the footwork, you know.
But you thought Scott Rosenblum was going to handle the actual trial.
The actual trial. And when he didn't show up, and another representation lawyer, TJ, I forgot his last name, he showed up with him. He didn't even know about the case. He got told about the case on the way down the highway.
Oh, wow. On his way to court to defend your son.
Yes, to defend my son. Exactly. And we were short $3,000 because Rosenblum charged $40,000 for.
Okay, so what has he said since then?
Well, he really ain't said much in these 6 years, but a couple of months ago, I thought it was time to put my story out there. And when I wrote it up on Facebook and I put it out there, it actually got transpired, and it went to Instagram, and other people that I didn't even know saw it, and they tagged him in it, asking him why would you do this family like this? Why would you let this baby go down for all these years just for $3,000? Like Rosenblum, you done fought a lot of battles and won a lot of cases, and this lady is saying that her and her family paid you $37,000, and you didn't show up for trial, and you let her son get 85 years with 100% to do. Because he told me, he came back and he told the young man to don't speak on something that he don't know about. And he also told him that, but he will look into it, and if he can be of any assistance, he will. I haven't heard from Rosa.
Okay, well, we're going to let him know how he can be of assistance, okay?
I will appreciate it because he said that, and we can use his
We're
help.
going to take his word. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
He's either
I trusted him before, so.
Okay. Well, you hear that, Mr. Rosenbaum? We're going to hold you accountable.